I'm 84 years old, and I have no scars. Not one. No broken bones from a stupid decision. No burn marks from touching something I shouldn't have. No calluses from building anything that mattered. Just smooth, unused skin. The hands of a man who never grabbed life hard enough to leave a mark. And that is the tragedy. Because I didn't avoid pain by being lucky. I avoided it by being absent. I'm sitting in the same chair my father died in the same house where I was born. 84 years, and I never left. Not really. I thought I was being smart. I thought I was being responsible. Every time life offered me a choice between the safe path and the real one, I chose safe. Every single time. And now, at the end, I realized that safe was just another word for small. I preserved my life, but I never actually used it. You know what haunts me? It's not the mistakes I made. I didn't make enough mistakes to regret. It's the silence, the absence, the long, suffocating quiet of a life that never took a risk big enough to fail. People talk about dying with regrets, but I'm dying with something worse. I'm dying with questions. What if I had gone? What if I had tried? What if I'd been brave enough to lose something so I could have won anything at all? I don't have those answers because I never asked the questions when it mattered. And now I'm just a man in a chair with no scars and no stories. I was 22 when I killed my future. It was August of 1963. I had an acceptance letter. Small art school in California. Nothing fancy, just a chance to see what else was out there. I had a one-way bus ticket, folded in my wallet. Departure, August 12th, 6:45 a.m. I had $847 in savings, every cent from 2 years of part-time work. And I had a dream. Not a big dream, not fame or fortune, just the dream of waking up somewhere I'd chosen instead of somewhere I'd inherited. But then, the voice started. You know the voice I'm talking about, the one that sounds like logic, like maturity, like wisdom. What if it doesn't work out? What if you run out of money? What about your mother? She's getting older. Who'll take care of her? What about the pension, the security? So, I stayed. I took the civil service exam, scored well, got a job at the county records office, filing, stamping, organizing other people's lives into alphabetical order. And I told myself, just for a few years, just to save up properly, just to be smart about it. But years, they have a way of disappearing when you're not looking. The smell, God, I can still smell it. Mimeograph paper, dust, old ink, the faint chemical tang of decades of bureaucracy. Fluorescent lights buzzing overhead. That constant electrical hum that gets inside your skull until you stop hearing it. The sound of rubber stamps hitting paper. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Thousands of times. Millions, maybe. The same 4 blocks every morning. Same route, Same turkey sandwich from Morelli's Deli at lunch. Same walk home at 5:15 p.m. 40 years. 40 years of the same desk. The same nameplate. Walter E. Patterson. The same filing cabinets stretching down the hall like metal monuments to nothing that mattered. And Linda. I met her in 1968 at a church social. She had this light in her eyes, this hunger for life. She wanted to travel, see Europe, backpack through national parks, sleep under stars in places we couldn't pronounce. She'd bring me brochures, maps, train schedules. Maybe next year, I'd say. Every year. For 3 years. Maybe next year, Linda. When I've saved more. When I've got the vacation time. When it makes sense. Her face. God, I can still see it. Slowly dimming. Like a candle burning down. Until one day in 1971, she stopped asking. She married a mechanic named Frank. A guy who barely had $200 to his name but had the guts to say, "Let's go," instead of "let's wait." Last I heard, they made it to 23 countries. I watched younger colleagues over the years, the reckless ones. The ones who'd quit mid-career to try something crazy, move to another state, start a business, chase some wild idea. Some of them failed spectacularly. And I'd think, see, I was right. I was smart to stay. But here's what I didn't see. Even when they failed, they tried. They came back with scars, with stories, with proof they'd been alive. I thought I was protecting my life, building a foundation, being responsible, playing it smart. But I wasn't protecting anything. I was burying it. One safe choice at a time. And the most dangerous part? It didn't feel like dying. It felt like existing. Comfortable, predictable, reasonable. Until 60 years passed, and I looked up and realized I'd built a beautiful, organized, suffocating tomb.
3 months ago, I sat in Dr. Harrison's office. Sterile white walls, the smell of antiseptic, that fake leather chair that squeaks when you shift your weight. He had my charts, my test results, and that look. You know the look I mean. The one doctors have when they're about to tell you something kind, but true. "Walter," he said, "you're not in immediate danger, but," that word, but. "You have time, maybe a year, maybe 2 if we're lucky. Your heart is just tired. Tired. My heart was tired. From doing what? From beating in the same rhythm, in the same chair, in the same house for 84 years? I nodded, thanked him, scheduled a follow-up I probably won't make. And I drove home. The same route I'd driven for 40 years. I walked into my house, closed the door, and for the first time in my entire life, I asked myself the question I'd been avoiding since 1963. What have I actually done with this life? The silence that followed was unbearable. Not because I'd done terrible things, but because I'd done nothing. Nothing worth remembering. Nothing worth telling. Nothing that left a dent in the universe bigger than a filing cabinet. I walked to my bedroom, opened the top drawer of my dresser, and there it was. Still there, after 61 years. The bus ticket. Los Angeles, August 12, 1963. Departure, 6:45 a.m. The paper yellowed, the ink fading, like a fossil from an extinct version of myself. I held it, and I swear to God, I could feel the weight of every single day I didn't use it. 22,265 days, all stacked on that little piece of paper. That night, I couldn't sleep. I walked through my house like a ghost haunting his own life. The same furniture my parents bought in 1952. The same wallpaper, same carpet, same photographs on the same walls. A museum, not of a life well lived, but of a life perfectly preserved and completely wasted. And I realized something that crushed me. Comfort isn't safety. Comfort is a slow erasure. I didn't die in a car crash. I didn't die from taking a risk that didn't pan out. I died in a filing cabinet. One stamped document at a time. One maybe next year at a time. One safe, sensible, responsible choice at a time. Until there was nothing left. Nothing but smooth, unmarked skin. And a drawer full of unopened tickets to a life I never boarded. The worst part? I can't even blame anyone. No tragedy took this from me. No villain stole my dreams. I handed them over, willingly, carefully, with both hands. Because I thought I was being smart, and it turns out I was just being afraid. If you're watching this, and you're under 40, you still have time. But listen to me. Really listen. The time isn't infinite, and it's running faster than you think. Right now, you're telling yourself something. Maybe it's, I'll travel when I have more money. Or, I'll start that business when I'm more prepared. Or, I'll have that conversation when the timing is right. Or, I'll take the leap when it's safer. And I need you to understand something. The timing will never be perfect. The moment will never feel safe enough. You will never feel completely ready. Because that voice, the one telling you to wait, isn't protecting you. It's erasing you. One maybe later at a time. I know what you're thinking. But what if I fail? What if I lose everything? What if it doesn't work out? I don't have the answer to those questions. But I have the answer to this one. What if I never try? And I'm sitting here at 84 as living proof of what that answer looks like. It looks like a drawer full of yellowed tickets. It looks like a life perfectly preserved but never actually lived. It looks like smooth, unmarked skin and a heart that's tired from never being used. So here's what I need you to do. Tomorrow morning, not next week, not when you feel ready. Tomorrow morning, write down the one thing your fear has been protecting you from. The dream you've been postponing. The conversation you've been avoiding. The city you've wanted to move to. The career you've been too scared to chase. The person you've been too afraid to become. Write it down, and then ask yourself one question. Is this fear protecting me, or is it erasing me? Because I thought my caution was wisdom. I thought my prudence was strength. But sitting here now, in the same chair my father died in, I realized that the biggest risk I ever took was never taking any risks at all. Don't make my mistake. Don't let comfort become your coffin. Get the scars. Make the mistakes. Fail spectacularly. Lose something. Break something. Live something. Because at the end, the only tragedy isn't that you tried and failed. It's that you never tried at all. I'm 84 years old, and I have no scars. But you still have time to get yours. Don't waste it. One more thing. If this story scared you, good. It should. Because somewhere out there, there's someone you know who needs to hear this. Someone who's been waiting for the right time for years. Someone who's choosing comfort over their dreams right now. Share this with them. Not because I need the views, but because they need the wake-up call. And if you're that person, the one who's been waiting, leave a comment below. Tell me the one thing you've been too afraid to do, the dream you keep postponing, the leap you keep talking yourself out of. Write it down. Make it real. Because once you name your fear, it starts to lose its power over you. I'll be reading every single one, and I promise you this: whatever you're afraid of losing by trying is nothing compared to what you'll lose by never trying at all. Don't wait until you're 84. Don't wait until you're holding a ticket to a life that expired 60 years ago. Start today. I'm out of time. But you're not. Not yet.